All right. So, um, just gonna go begin with this, and a lot of women were saying that, Stevie, this is Stevie J's karma. I'm like, did he cheat on her? That's what I like to know. Did he cheat on her? All right. So we're gonna look at this. Did Stevie J really cheat on Faith Evans? Josephine Hernandez claps back. I ain't even been with that man for 4 years. So let's go look into this. On April 1st, OWN dropped a sneak peek of its new show, Behind Every Man. One of the couples featured on the show is none other than Love and Hip Hop Atlanta star Stevie J and his wife Faith Evans. Okay, Faith opened up about their relationship and revealed the reason she dumped her present husband years ago. She explained that she wasn't sure if Stevie was completely done with his ex, Joseline Hernandez, when they began seeing each other, declaring herself as someone who isn't a man stealer or a homewrecker. Faith let go of Stevie when our Puerto Rican princess, aka Josephine Hernandez, learned about Faith's statement. She had some choice words for her baby daddy and his wife. See here. Josephine took to the popular Instagram account. It's on site to set the record straight once and for all. To begin with, Josephine didn't appreciate how Faith was implying that she was still with Stevie J. Faith began dating in 2016. Josephine announced that she hadn't any romantic relationship with her baby daddy, Stevie J, in the past 4 years, and shared that she was in a happy relationship with DJ boyfriend Ballistic Beats. The old B needs to keep the bricks out her way. I ain't been with that man in 4 years. All right, so we don't have that, no evidence of Stevie J cheating on Faith. For if there was, then I could see why Faith would cheat on him. Because a lot of women, they'll say they forgive you, right? But then they'll have a revenge affair. They'll cheat back. Women can be very dirty when it comes to cheating. Josephine then proceeded to point out how every time on her show, on her TV shows is about to drop, Faith Evans made it a point to slander her. Every time my TV show about to drop, the old whore, wow, the old whore down, meltdown bitch, got something to say to stay relevant. She also accused Faith of being a cheater. Oh, bitch, you are a hoe. Your own husband told me, and my husband last week, you cheated on him with a young dude. You do all the time. The Love and Hip Hop star shared. See, okay, here's the thing. Here's the thing, right? A lot of times you have people getting with, all right, women getting with men that have a past, okay? You know, this dude got a record, okay? He got a record. I ain't talking about selling hits, musical hits. I'm talking about he got a record with chicks. As some would say, a body count. And it's known body count, known this dude is in the streets. And you still mess with him, okay? It's kind of like that Danny Lay situation with the baby. You know, this dude got a tribe of baby mamas. A tribe. He got a DNA spreading all around town, but you still decide to get with him. You think you're gonna change him. But Joseline didn't stop at that. She also went on a rampage against Faye's son and accused him of nearly killing her daughter Bonnie. This is why sometimes this blended family stuff can be messy. Now talk about your crazy ass kid that almost killed Bonnie under your watch. I have your husband Stevie J on recording begging for my forgiveness because Bonnie could have gotten killed by that animal you call a son. That's why she never been under the care of you since. Whoa. Called her a dog, go make a song. Wow. Joseline ended her fiery rant for revealing that Faith had been with Stevie J way before Joseline even began seeing him and eventually dumping him. For your information, you've been sliding up and down this pole like Super Mario Brothers for years. And him, before I dropped his sorry, buy you proper garden tool and go watch my 3 TV shows that are currently playing on national TV streaming networks. Yeah. This is kind of messy, man. It's kind of messy. It really is. Oh, so you guys I know what you guys want to see now. You want to see the tape. Let's roll that tape. Hold up. Let's roll that tape. All right. Here we go.
Please smoke out the way. Hold the f up. God damn. We live. We live. It's cool. We live. They see. I hate you. Please leave me alone. Please. I hate you. We live. I hate you. It's cool. We live. It's cool. Shit.
Let me rewind that a little back. Hold up. Let me rewind that a little back. Hold up.
I'm not letting you slide by me. Please smoke out the way. Hold the f up. God damn. We live. It's cool. We live. They see. I hate you. Please leave me alone. Please. I hate you. We live. I hate you. It's cool. We live. It's cool. Shit. F too. I ain't going nowhere. F too. I hate you too. Good. But we in the business. Leave me alone. Leave me alone. You is only in my own house, bitch. You bitch. You bitch. You in my house. You. I heard you. So you happy about it? Huh? You are? That's what you like to do? How can you disrespect me, though? I ain't do nothing to you. All I did was love you. And you do that to me? How can you do that to me? But how can you do it to me, though? Please. But how can you do that to me? Get away. How can you somebody on me? Don't touch me. Don't touch me. Get your hand off me. Get your hands off me. Get your hand off of me. When I'm watching you and your son every day. Get your hands off of me. I'm asking you. Please. But how can you somebody on me? Stop. How can you somebody on me? You can do whatever. You can scream as you want. Jesus, go somewhere. Stop. No, I ain't going nowhere. Out of here. Here you go with your dumb shit. Grow the fuck up. See, this is what I don't want to be bothered with. I don't get the really out. Too.
I will say this: a lot of women, they put themselves in these dangerous situations. All right, and I don't know if Stevie J heard about this woman, but obviously, maybe he didn't. See, but I'm gonna go back to you women. You women want to be that bold to go sleep in another man's house. You can't even get a dude that you are cheating on your man or husband with to go pay for a mansion or something. Or you can't get a place that's just yours and you could bring anybody there. Okay? Have the security team, take a vacation, have the cameras shut off, somebody you can trust and do your stuff there. A lot of you women don't understand. Cheating is a dangerous game. Cheating, if anything goes south, it's your fault. I say this for men, I say this for women. I've been a cheater. Okay? Cheating is a game. And what happens in a game sometimes? You can lose. And sometimes not only can you lose money, you can lose the respect of your family, you could lose your life. See, us men, we could say that, we could understand that. Okay? Some of us will be crybabies and be like, oh man, she didn't have to do that, man. Look, bro, you decided to cheat. You got to just understand, you don't get to pick the consequences of your actions, bro, when you try to cheat. Okay? That's just how it is. It's a game. You don't decide how you're going to lose. All right? You best make it your damn business not to get caught. It better be your damn business. But for the fact to just sit there in the bed that you smashed another man in, that's your husband's bed, and then you want to, instead of leaving the room, you think you're going to sleep and be bold. A lot of men will not take this on the chin. Okay? A lot of men are not going to do that. Okay? They're not. They might, go wild. Okay? They might Buster Douglas your ass. Okay? Ray Caruth your ass. And a lot of women feel this type of diplomatic immunity type pride that it can't happen to you. And you're like, oh, he shouldn't have touched her. I'm not saying he should. But what I'm trying to say is not everybody's going to take it on the chin. Okay? I almost lost my life cheating. Be real. I almost lost my life. But you know who was to blame for that? If I did, it'd be me. A lot of women can't take accountability with that. I had a chick I was trying to talk to, trying to rap to. She told me about how her husband found out she was cheating. Looked in her purse, found some photos of her sucking another man off, called her to come home. Do you love me? He beat her up. You know what made my mouth drop about her? She said, I brought that on myself. True story, no BS. Now me, I have a lot to lose. No matter how angry I am, I got a lot to lose. You may win the battle, but you lost the war. Okay? That's the thing. It's just a battle's a battle. All right? But then there's the war you lost. Going to jail, losing your freedom. All right? Some men don't think that way. Stevie J, I respect the self-control he had. But here's the thing, what a lot of these entertainers don't understand. I want to find love. That's how I see. I don't believe they should be in these circles of people that you could only be with, like rappers should, then these entertainers, and then you get mad when they cheat. Okay? Because somehow, people know each other and they're passing each other around. Now let's look into why I say this. Here we go. Here we go.
It also was their part. It was her part of the story. I didn't respect it. I didn't understand it. But then, for you as a person who is
let me sit up very straight and give you my very Fordham University
It's coming. It's coming.
True at the same time. Okay. I am working on a biopic, but it's actually a companion to my New York Times best-selling biography called Keep the Faith. Okay, so I wrote a book. Not so much a hand to
Keep the faith, but you wasn't faithful. Get it? Get it? The irony.
To Biggie's movie. And the funny shit about that is, when I wrote my book, the publishers put it out, and I knew about Miss Wallace and them doing the Notorious movie, but it wasn't like I was actively a part of. I went when CJ Bill was part, and you got to sign for your life rights, but it wasn't like I was. But when they decided to put it out, it was kind of around the time that they wanted to put out. That the Notorious movie was coming out, and that was never my plan when I decided to write a memoir. You feel me? So I kind of felt weird, like I don't want people to think I'm trying to piggyback. So that's why I didn't never really go on a book tour. I didn't promote my book because I felt I couldn't get them to change the date. It might have been like a month or a few weeks, later than the movie. But I just felt strange. I was like, people going to clearly think
you don't want to see you piggybacking on
right. I decided to do the book because I was pregnant and refused to do a record with the label I was on at the time. Right. That's the only reason I did it. And the guy was like asking me for years to write a book. And I'm like, okay, that's a cool little couple $100,000, But, that's that's why I did it. But when they decided to release it, just so happens the Tories movie was coming out a month or two before, and I was just like, it feels weird. But they was like, well, that's not what we're basing our release on. This is in the book world, and this is the window. You know how that goes. Yep. You know, like on the whatever day of the week they put out albums, or you know. So that's why I never really heavily. My book would have been.
So now you're saying that.
But it's one of them cult favorites. People still pass down my book.
When you say you're basing a
well, the movie is supposedly based off of my book, loosely based on my book, because my book kind of ended at me leaving Bad Boy. But I got married after that. I had a kid after that. So there's things that's happened in my life. So obviously I'm gonna, try and put some of those things in here. But it's kind of based on my book, which is my story. But my story isn't based on me and Big's relationship, even though that's the most sensational part of it. And there's a huge part of my life and an important part of my life. But there's shit that happened before that.
And here we come. Here we come. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
I used to get my ass beat for sneaking out the window to go to somebody's studio that I didn't even, know I was gonna be a recording artist. So, I used to fuck mad niggas when I was little. That's why they don't really do shit for me now. Like,
You heard that? Let me play that again.
To do a record with the label I was on at the time. That's the only reason I did it. And the guy was like asking me for years to write a book. And I'm like, okay, that's a cool little couple $100,000, And, that's why I did it. But when they decided to release it, just so happens the Tories movie was coming out a month or two before, and I was just like, it feels weird. But they was like, well, that's not what we're basing our release on. This is in the book world, and this is the window. You know how that goes. Yep. Like on the whatever day of the week they put out albums, or So that's why I never really heavily. My book would have been.
So now you're saying that.
But it's one of them cult favorites. People still pass down my book.
When you say you're basing a.
Well, the movie is supposedly based off of my book, loosely based on my book, because my book kind of ended at me leaving Bad Boy. But I got married after that. I had a kid after that. So there's things that's happened in my life. So obviously I'm gonna, try and put some of those things in there. But it's kind of based on my book, which is my story. But my story isn't based on me and Big's relationship, even though that's the most sensational part of it. And there's a huge part of my life and an important part of my life. But there's shit that happened before that. I used to get my ass beat for sneaking out the window to go to somebody's studio that I didn't even, know I was gonna be a recording artist. So, I used to fuck mad niggas when I was little. That's why they don't really do shit for me now. Like,
No. It came out just the way you wanted to say it. It came out just the way you wanted to say it. Here we go again.
But when they decided to release it, just so happens the Tories movie was coming out a month or two before, and I was just like, it feels weird. But they was like, well, that's not what we're basing our release on. This is in the book world, and this is the window. You know how that goes. Yep. Like on the whatever day of the week they put out albums, or So that's why I never really heavily. My book would have been.
So now you're saying that.
But it's one of them cult favorites. People still pass down my book.
When you say you're basing a.
Well, the movie is supposedly based off of my book, loosely based on my book, because my book kind of ended at me leaving Bad Boy. But I got married after that. I had a kid after that. So there's things that's happened in my life. So obviously I'm gonna, try and put some of those things in there. But it's kind of based on my book, which is my story. But my story isn't based on me and Big's relationship, even though that's the most sensational part of it. And there's a huge part of my life and an important part of my life. But there's shit that happened before that. I used to get my ass beat for sneaking out the window to go to somebody's studio that I didn't even, know I was gonna be a recording artist. So, I used to fuck mad niggas when I was little. That's why they don't really do shit for me now. Like,
No. It came out wrong. She got comfortable. Hey, sometimes the best thing is just to be a female's friend. Let her talk. Eat some food, have some drinks. If you guys smoke. Let a woman talk and be comfortable, and she will tell you everything you need to know. Smile, Let her know everything about her, man. Let her talk. Be comfortable, man. Be comfortable. All right. Some of you guys want to be on this ridiculous thing like ask about the body count. Ask about the body count. You don't need to ask about the body count. Just let her talk. Let her talk. All right. Have some good food. Have good conversations. Let her talk. Women will tell you about themselves. Okay. And then it's up to us to understand what we're going to do next. You still going to smash after you found out some things about her, or are you going to leave? That's when the ball's in our court. All right? That's when the ball's in our court. She really let the cat out the bag. Okay? And, Stevie J, that's who he is. He wanted to love this woman. And, these industry people, they pass each other around like musical chairs. All right? That's what they do. Safest thing to do is date out of the industry. Spare yourself this embarrassment. But Stevie J, he liked these hoes. He like, sorry. What else are you gonna say? What else could it be? Oh, fair use. Fair use. I'm sorry. I mean, you dating a type of woman, this is how they are. I mean, I get it. You like the body. You like you could look off the top, from the straight off the bat. It can give you good sex, but as men, we got to be smarter than that. You got to find a woman that got a brain and got some morals, and she's not gonna uh, bust it down for the next dude. All right, or hold some ridiculous thing. Like women would be ridiculous and say, "Oh well, he cheated in the past, so this is his." He didn't cheat on Faith. He didn't cheat on her. That's the whole point. And then you got Jocelyn. I forgot her name already, saying that she was being she used to cheat. She used to cheat. Look what she just admitted right now. She said, I used to have sex with a lot of dudes, and that's why having a dude giving me sex doesn't affect me now. So this is why she's loose, because she can't really pair bond. She can't pair bond with people, with men. So she probably did give it up to Tupac. She probably did. Yeah, the industry can be very incestuous. Yeah, because everybody messes with everybody. You get married, and then you telling that person, you got to be faithful to me, and I'm faithful to you. But that woman be like, I've smashed so many men, and she's had so many pipes. She got to be like Pokemon and try them all. All right. You telling her to not mess with dudes that many women would kill for. Not mess with dudes that are tall, muscular, got the money to work out, the time to work out, the time to invest in their body to give her that sexual pleasure that she needs. And, it's not going to be realistic to her. Just like if with a man, he's made it, and he is able to smash women that other men just beat off to at night. When he's actually having the reality. Unless those two people be mature enough to just stick with each other alone and make the sacrifices to make that marriage work, which means you're going to possibly have to distance yourself from the industry in order for your marriage to last. And many aren't willing to do that because they like their groupie train. Look, man, I wouldn't be surprised if she cheated on Biggie too. I wouldn't be surprised. That's all I got to say about this. Like, share, comment, and subscribe.